Hey guys, what's up? We are live on Facebook. It's Astra from 92.3 AMP Radio on the StubHub stage with the very sexy Craig David. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
My goodness. First of all I want you to do is just talk the entire time, and I'm going to stay quiet. I wouldn't mind if you just do the interview for yourself.
Just stand here and just chat it out.
It's
that's
accent.
The beautiful thing. Just we have an interview. It's your time just to hear English accent coming through strong for you.
And I will sit back and listen all day long.
See,
as will all the other ladies. It's sexy.
It never bores me whenever I come to America. The English accent thing, because it's the flip. Like we're all like, oh, you got an American accent when you come over to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's almost like I start speaking the Queen's English, talking about muffins and crumpets and going to Buckingham Palace. It gets real English when you ask for the English accent.
I love it. If I had the English accent, I would be perfect.
Nah, to be honest, you're absolutely perfect already.
Why thank you. I'm bad.
That's a little bit like Mary Poppins.
A little bit.
Like, now that's like the Artful Dodger. Like, please, sir, more, sir. You're getting there. Keep slowly.
You keep talking to me, and then I'm going to end up getting it.
You'll be like Dorothy, like in the Wizard of Oz vibe. You'll get through that stage, and then you'll get the real accent.
Then I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll hit it right. Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much.
May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
What did you do to celebrate?
I flew in from the UK to Miami, so I went back home.
Okay.
I have my place in Miami, been there for like 6 years. So for me, it was like a complete relaxed one. I wanted to wake up on the 7th. The 7th? I'm like, wait, did you party for 2 days straight? I've got the time machine, it's like a Back to the Future thing, so it's like a leap day for me. I can go to the future and back. Yeah, it's another whole conversation. But
so basically, we already did this interview, so you already know what to expect.
We've done it in 4 different dimensions. On the 6th, I wanted to wake up and go for a nice run on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be fresh. There were times before where I've turned up like crazy, and then I had that schoolboy era of having a hangover. I was just like, I can't do that again. So I woke up fresh. I looked out at my beautiful view of my apartment. I felt creative. I went in the studio and wrote a song, and for me, it was a good day.
So you just basically did nothing on your birthday, but just chill.
I was flying actually on the day, so I flew over on American Airlines, and they've got Wi-Fi, so I was kind of like doing my bits and bobs on the plane, which was cool.
Your bits and bobs?
Yeah, little bits of What's
the bits and bobs?
Bits and bobs is kind of like just doing things.
Okay.
Just doing things, Okay. Pressing buttons. Pressing send.
Okay.
Pictures out the window. And then I landed, and it was like 8 o'clock, and I was just like, well, I could just hit the ground running. And also I was on the UK time as well.
You should have had a margarita.
Yeah, I could have done the Cinco de Mayo, I know. But it starts with one. That's what I'm saying. You do one margarita turns into, let's just do one little tequila. How come now you're turning up in the club? Okay, it's now 4 o'clock in the morning. You want to go it all starts with one margarita on Cinco de Mayo.
You're in Miami. Wet Willie's is where you would need to go. That is the spot where you could have turned up on your birthday. Just one drink. Call a cab.
Wet Willie's is like crazy.
I know.
Do you know what it is? Is that when you live there, it's a different flex. It's like I'll be there on a Wednesday night chilling at home, and friends would come in. I remember when I used to do the same. Friends would come in and be like, where we going out to? No, we're going to turn up. I'm going to bed. I don't know about you. You can go turn up all night long. Those days, it's different when you live. Like if you're there for like a short period of time as a holiday, every day's like, what can we do to turn up?
It's party time, right?
Yeah, but for me, I wanted to be fresh, and also having the shows here in New York, and I've got a show in LA on my TS5 shows.
Right.
I was like, last thing I want is to turn up so hard that the performance is not on point.
At least you're smart about it. That's a good thing. Yeah. So I saw you were at the gun show the other day. You're probably like, what? The picture you posted of your guns. Yeah. Those muscles, can I say? Woo.
Yeah, it's a little something like...
Let me just fill you guys in. He posted this picture, no shirt on, ripped body, muscular. Every lady was probably drooling over it, as I was. But that's why I was just like, oh my goodness. How often do you work out?
I mean, I try to get like a good 5 days a week. Whatever. Like for me, it's not so much about the aesthetics of trying to look a certain way. It's just I want to feel healthy. And when you don't think about it, it's weird that your body transforms so good. And I'm very healthy with my diet because I'm all about performances. I want to go on stage and treat it like I'm an athlete and be top of my game. I just don't want to be that guy that rocks up a little bit drunk, been eating bad food, and then give a half performance to the people who've paid good money to come and see you.
Right.
I'm just on that wave where it's like, I'm giving everything, and that means keeping the body in shape. So yeah, so being in Miami, I've been in London for a little while. I was like, the sun was shining. I was like, the beach is there. we're connecting. Do you know what I mean? So hit it, and then.
Well, you know, you say you like to be healthy, but we have to talk about something because I have a nickname for you after something that happened last week.
Okay.
I'm going to call you the Muffin Man.
Huh?
Do you know why I'm talking about that?
No, tell me.
You did something in an airport for some ladies with muffins.
Oh yeah. Sorry, with the.
We need to talk about that, Mr. Muffin Man.
Yeah. Do you know what it was? There was a couple of. There was 3 girls, well, four girls that had gone on a hen party, so they'd gone over there for someone who's about to get married, and then they turned up a little bit too hard because they took your advice of getting a margarita, and then it all went a bit crazy. Oh, we're just gonna have 1 margarita, and then all of a sudden they turned into like, why am I being sick? And my friend's holding my hair. Yeah, exactly. One of them was really like on the edge. She was just like really out. So they asked for pictures, and they were just cool. And then one went, as she went to the restroom, I was gonna go and get some water anyway. And then I saw there was all these muffins, and there was drinks and stuff. So I just bought them a couple muffins and a drink, and just said, "Here, look, you may soak up some of the alcohol for your friend." And then went about my way. And then they ended up posting it on Twitter, and then it went viral and stuff. So, but yeah, you know, you just do a good deed.
That is so kind of you.
If you see someone that's like, flagging and it's a bit like,
all right, hold on. What are you gonna get me?
But they got to be real flagging. Then you can't fake it. You can't. The faking one. You just take a picture of someone faking it.
How do you know I didn't turn up last night? And I'm just faking it right now.
Then you're a good faker. You're an actress, and they should be given an award. An Oscar is waiting for you outside. No, but you know what? It's like, my thing is just do the good things for people. You know, like that. I live for that. Like, I'm very grateful to be able to make music and travel and everything that comes with it. But it's just do the human thing. Like, this person's not feeling that great, and they rushing to get to the plane. I was like, well, okay, let me get a drink and go on by.
You deserve like so many hugs for that one.
You know, it feels good.
I'll give you a few later.
Sounds good to me.
So speaking of the music, you're making some new music now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on. What can we see in the future?
Okay, so I came off the back of an album that I released in the UK called Follow My Intuition, which was like 16 years since my last #1 album, which was Born to Do It, which I had in 2000.
Yes,
which was released here in the States too.
Amazing.
Oh man,
listen to on repeat all the time.
It was amazing seeing fans who bought that album, hearing Follow My Intuition, and the fact that it was a #1 album was an amazing story to tell people. But what was even more exciting was that we then announced an arena tour. So we were doing 16 dates in 17,000 capacity arenas around the UK. And I was seeing in the crowd people who grew up with my music who would be the same age as me. I'm 36 now. But I was also seeing 36.
36.
That's it. So you got it. You're getting it slowly. You're past the Mary Poppins stage. You're getting into that Wizard of Oz vibe.
Thank you.
Just keep working on. I was seeing like 14, 15-year-old kids saying, "Have you heard of this new kid called Craig David? Oh man, he's got this new music and this new kid." And I'm like, that was amazing to me because I was seeing kids with their older brother and sister, with their mum and dad, all at the same show, turning up for different reasons. One would be like, "Oh, did you hear that song he did like last week, or some freestyle he did?" And then the mum and dad or older brother sister saying, "But you don't know when he did 7 days back in the day, or when he did filming." And I'm thinking, this is incredible to me. So I've now started recording for a new album for the world, being back here in America, and I'm excited because the TS5 show I've been curating out in Miami, and this new album is what excites me about here in America because
it's like a rebirth for you.
It really is. It's like it feels all new and fresh to me. I feel even more passionate and excited than I was when I was 18.
And you're more seasoned, so you know exactly what you need to bring.
Yeah.
Although you were good back then, don't get me wrong, what's going to be the difference now between the music from then to the music now?
Do you know what all it is that the sensibility of a good song doesn't change? Like, a timeless song is a timeless song. It's just being streetwise as to what is the sound that people are feeling right now. What are the producers that are making that sound? And it doesn't always have to be the biggest producers. It could be the up and coming guy who's just like, he's feeling it out there. Like, I was working with Kate Tronado on the last album, and you can just tell that he's like, his last album, which I loved anyway, 99.9%. His thing is like, he's about to go to that place where he gets a couple other singles. You're in that Dr. Dre, Neptunes, whoever, Rodney Jerkins in their heyday kind of level. So it's just working with the right people. And for me, I'm able to use my TS5 DJ singing performance show to gauge what is it that 15-year-old kid's going crazy to, but also what is it that everyone loved about the stuff in 2000.
Right.
And when you think of it, I mean, I play like, say, TLC No Scrubs. You play that to a young kid now, they're like, oh man, what is this tune? Now, all you have to do is change the production slightly, maybe not exactly the same melodies, but you throw on a trap beat all of a sudden, and you kind of, everyone's like, oh, what is this? So there's this cyclical thing that's happened.
Right.
And I'm happy to have been there the first time around, and I didn't know that I'd have another go at it like this with young kids as well.
Well, because the music back in the day was awesome. Not that it's not now. It's different now than it was back then.
Of course.
But if you take what's back then and twist it to what's going on now and make it two of one.
You got it.
You got it, yeah.
100%.
You definitely got it with that.
Totally.
So let's talk about the TS5.
Yeah.
Did that start in your apartment, in your penthouse?
Yeah, TS5 is the name of my apartment that I bought in Miami 6 years ago.
Okay.
And I used to have friends over, and we just have a couple of shots. We forgot we were past.
I guess my invite got lost in the mail.
No, it was really weird. We sent them out, but you never came. So I thought, you know what? After 5-6 times, I think
you thought that I was just dodging you, right?
Like, she's blown me out. So what's the point even like sending anymore? Do you know what I mean?
Thanks.
Maybe she's at Wet Willie's going crazy with her mates.
I guess you got the wrong address.
Yeah, it's weird that I just kept sending it, but I sent it to 4 different addresses I was giving to you. But yeah,
okay.
I don't know. It's like the mailman.
It's all right. I'll be at the next one.
Yeah, we're good now. Social media's changed like over the years now. You can go direct.
Done.
Don't have to do it by
slide
like
up in the
pigeon
DM, right?
or
slide up in the DM.
Jeez. Doing it for the Insta. Okay,
yeah.
So
TS5.
TS5 is the name of my apartment. Friends coming over, couple shots. Used to play some music on my playlist and stuff. But when everyone got a little bit turned, they'd love to start messing with the music. So for 1 minute you're playing a little Biggie throwback, and it's all cool. And then all of a sudden it would go into say like Macarena or some kind of crazy kind of
crazy
like,
party stuff.
You're just like, guys, you're killing my. Like even I'm tipsy right now. I'm a little bit waved, but I can still hear that this is not feeling. I'm not feeling it. So I ended up getting a little Pioneer DJ set up because I used to DJ before I did my first album, Born to Do It. So I was using vinyl and my 1210s, and I was an avid vinyl collector. And I used to come when I was in New York, and I'd go to Brooklyn and go and get so many records and try and get them back to the UK. But anyway,
meanwhile, we do the opposit. We go to the UK and try to bring them over here.
Everyone's doing the opposite. It's just, you know what I mean? Everyone wants the American accent in the UK, but then you want the UK thing here.
Yep. You want what you can't have.
So isn't that?
But then you go and get it.
Jeez. Grab that and take that with both hands. So yeah, so really it grew from my friends. Like I was playing the music, so I was in control. Next thing, everyone's like, oh, you got to get a microphone. So I put a microphone. Then they're like, oh, you got to sing one of your tunes. And I was like, really? In my own house party, like for 10 of us as friends, what am I supposed to be doing? Like sing to you guys? And then they started inviting friends. And I was starting to freestyle and sing over other people's songs. And then I started to introduce my own stuff into the mix. Then I put it up on SoundCloud because a lot of friends were saying, can you make a mix CD? And I was like, bro, see, I haven't got a CD player, let alone like I'm going to make a mix CD for you. But I put it on SoundCloud. And then it got picked up by radio stations in the UK.
Wow.
And now in Australia and in New Zealand. And it started this, what is this TS5? It was like an hour of my set. And then I ended up doing my first show in the UK, which was like 250 people. And then a few months later, we were up to like 750. Then we were up to 1,500. Then we did like a few shows later, we're at 5,000. And then right up to where we are now, 17,000 people doing.
So you know what that means? You need to just get a bigger house to house everybody. Because it was a house party.
Yeah, or you keep your house as it is and just take it to a different venue. See?
I mean, yeah, because
17,000 people in your house, you've got a pretty big house. I saw Will Smith's house recently.
That's my point. You need the big house so we can have the big house party. And my invite doesn't get lost, but I might get lost in the house.
See?
Boom.
There's always a catch to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So keep it intimate. Memo doesn't get to you.
Of course.
Keep it huge. Get lost in the house. Don't get to see each other either way. So what can I say?
Either way, we'll pass in the night. But like, hey.
What we can do is just be here right now.
Right.
We're not lost right now.
No, we're not.
I've got to look for you. You're here.
Look at you with the lines.
Jeez.
I love it. So you must be so excited, though, because tonight Webster Hall is sold out. So how does that make you feel to have a sold out show? You know Webster Hall is huge.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
And you said you've never been in there, have you?
Never been there before. And also,
it's iconic to New York City. It's the most iconic place here that anyone has ever stepped foot in.
Do you know, I've had the same thing, amazing history and stories about the Webster Hall. But also what I'm loving is that when I said to you I did my first show to 250 people and how it built, I'm seeing it exactly the same way. We did Brooklyn before at a slightly lesser capacity, and then we're building up now at the Webster. We're going to LA, we're doing exactly the same thing. And I'm seeing the same build, add new music into the mix as well. I mean, I sit on my terrace in Miami, and I look over at Miami Airlines Arena, and I'm like, we did 16 nights of that place back in the UK. I'm coming for you, Miami Airlines Arena. I'm coming for you, Madison Square Garden. For me, it's anything is possible. You just got to have conviction and go with it. And I know in my heart as a songwriter, I'm always 3 minutes away. So I'm just keep writing those 3 minutes, keep doing my TS5, and then all of a sudden it'd be like, here's the AA pass for you. Come, let's go Madison Square Garden. Come kick it, and then you can don't get lost, and I'll make sure that you're good.
The Garden I might get lost in, but I won't.
You won't, because you have the AA pass,
and I'll be right by you. You can go, making sure that you get on stage and do your thing.
Ooh, turn into a tour manager. I like that.
Yeah, there you go. You're fired. No.
See, John, I'm sorry, man. It went from just kidding. A little house party thing to taking people's jobs. I mean, and there's me just giving muffins to people and trying to keep it nice. And you're just like trying to take a man's.
Well, no, I'll hire him too. It's all right.
You're a little prettier than him, but I mean, it's like
he gets the job done.
He's still very good.
He gets the job done. I just talk a lot. That's really it. Yeah, that's it. So now, for people who weren't able to get tickets tonight, can you just paint a picture of what they're going to be missing out on so they know to get tickets for the next show?
Yeah. Okay, so my whole thing is that I love to be able to. You can have DJs that just play tunes, which is fine. My thing is to kind of delve into records from back in the day that really had everyone turn up, but at the same time tracks that are very current, throwing in instrumentals so I can freestyle around them. Then I'll add some of my songs into the mix. So it becomes...
So you're going to be DJing and singing?
Yeah, that's the vibe. And not standing just behind a DJ booth. My thing has always been, especially like living in Miami, when I was going into the DJ booth sometimes and watching DJs, as amazing as they are, especially within maybe the EDM world, it was always very bizarre to me when I was watching a DJ play a song and then be able to turn around, have a couple of shots with their mate, have a little chat, and then mix the next song. I was just like, for me, it was foreign, because as a performer, I'm like, when you're on stage, I can't stop midway through a song and say, hey guys, let's do a little quick shot of tequila over here and then come back. It doesn't really.
Right,
so
it doesn't go that way.
It was amazing to me because, and this is not a diss to anybody, it was just something that made me think, wow, there's a huge gap here that can be really like taken. And my thing is like, I'll mix some tunes, that's cool, but then I'll grab that mic and I'll come out of the booth and I'll hold it down as if it's a performance, rather than one or the other, where you're the performer who has the DJ behind you playing tunes. That's the other way around.
Right.
I was just like, well, I used to DJ. I know I can perform. I've done live bands and acoustic for years. Let me just murk and own this whole thing. And that's really what TS5 is. It's a house party in Webster Hall. Same vibe. Bring some comfortable shoes, comfortable trainers, you know what I mean? Or sneakers here.
Trainers. I love it. That's the UK thing. Trainers.
Yeah. I've got my NMD trainers on right now. See, I've got to keep the English thing though. I have to be careful. Like if I go back to the UK and all of a sudden it's like, I'm wearing sneakers. Oh, forget. You get called out differently.
Well, we will definitely be there tonight for sure.
Great.
Got any questions going on Facebook? Yeah, bring them on. They're calling you a legend. Wow. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, one, it's beyond flattering. To know the impact that my music had on people, that's why when I was saying to you, I feel like really pumped and even more passionate and motivated than I was when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I was just someone who was just genuinely following my intuition, loved music, and boom, this album Born to Do It came about.
Right.
But when you know that how that can happen, you see the other side, you think, this is more than just music about me. I've seen people who've got married to my songs, people who went on their first holiday together and met their boyfriend or girlfriend on that holiday, and your music was the soundtrack for that. And you just start to realize that this is about bringing people together in a time where there's so much conflict and negative energy that goes on around us within the world, which is very easy to tap into. Music is that escape. So I look at it as like, if I can make music that just puts one smile on one person's face, then that's a good day for me. Do you know what I mean?
That's awesome. Yeah, because they can relate to everything that you're talking about.
100%.
Bring it on.
Just a lot of people also talking about TS5, how they just do it. I don't know, in Manchester. Dean Bowman, I'm going to gig when you was at Telstar.
Telstar, mate. That's good,
Telstar,
man.
mate.
You bypassed the whole Wizard of Oz thing. You are in. You're down in Hackney in London right now. What a guy.
Susan Hodge, TS5 following. Best ever been.
Wicked.
Sundown, cool.
Yeah,
You're going to be
yeah.
performing.
It's gonna be nice.
Who's been following you since many disciplines, has
Wow.
Where do you get your inspiration from, and what are we expecting?
So where do you get your inspiration from, and what are we expecting from you next year from one of our Facebook people?
Okay, so inspiration is just day-to-day life.
Just vibing.
Yeah, I love listening to other people's music and hearing that pumps me. I love seeing people winning. I'm one of those artists that I just love the next guy winning. It's never a competition.
Which is a good way to look at things. Stay humble. That's great.
Music's open format for people to enjoy. It's not like, oh no, you got to listen to mine. There's people who are like in country music that are killing it. I listen to the melodies and I'm like, oh man, it's incredible. This year is all about TS5, US, letting that kind of build and marinate.
And grow and get big.
New
get
music.
You to Madison Square Garden.
I'm telling you. I'm putting it on record because
put it in the universe and then it's out there.
It's not a gas thing. It's just like I'm putting it out there, and I would love to. I've seen like when Kendrick Lamar was on the come up, and you see his tweet from way back when saying, I'm just on a vibe, and this is where I want to be, and then all of a sudden you see where Kendrick Lamar is. I love those kind of vibes, so I'm just putting it on record because I'm living it now, not just talking it. My thing is to have an impact here, but around the world with my new music and the new album here in the States and in the UK and Europe and everywhere around the world, and enjoy this journey. That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? I know what is on the other side. I've been there, felt it. It's this. Do you know what I mean?
Take it and run and embrace it.
Yeah,
and do what you got to do.
have fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
My pleasure.
Let everyone know where they can find you online, because I know that you're a very avid tweeter and Instagrammer.
Yeah. So for Twitter at Craig David, same for Instagram, facebook.com/Craig David, which is pretty much, I got my Snapchat thing going on as well. But I'm an Instagram guy. I like Instagram.
Awesome.
Keeps it kind of easy.
And we can't wait for that new music. Bring it.
Listen.
We want it.
I'm going to bring it correct.
We want it.
Trust.
And that invite to the house party. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. 92.3 AMP Radio on top of the StubHub stage with Craig David.